Lesson 6.1, Convert Units of Length. In today's lesson, I'm going to talk about how you can use ratio reasoning to convert from one unit of length to another. Let's go ahead and get started. In this particular problem, I need to convert 33 feet into yards. And so to do this, I'm going to take my original unit of measurement and I'm going to write it over 1 to make a fraction. Then I'm going to multiply it by the unit that I want to convert to. And so since I want to convert to yards, that will be my numerator for this fraction. And since I was using feet earlier, that's going to come down here. And I need to ask myself, how many feet can go into 1 yard? The answer is 3. I'm then going to go ahead and cross multiply. So 33 times 1 is 33. 1 times 3 is 3. Once you have this fraction, you're going to go ahead and divide. And my answer is going to be 11. And so my answer here is going to be 11 yards. The reason why I keep it as yards is because I cross out my like units. And so that leaves me with just yards. All right, let's take a look at another one. A Boeing 777-300 passenger plane measures 73.9 meters from nose to tail. What is the length of the airplane in centimeters? And so again, I'm going to look at my original measurement and I'm going to write that over 1. I'm then going to multiply it by the fraction that I want to convert. So in this case, I'm having centimeters, and I originally started with meters. And I need to ask myself, how many centimeters can go into a meter? Well, 1 meter equals 100. I then go ahead and multiply across. In this case, since I'm multiplying by 100, I can simply move my decimal over, or I can go ahead and set up the problem by using standard logarithm, which is just multiplying. I see I have 1 decimal spot, so I move it over, cross out my like units, and so I have 7,390 centimeters as my answer. Let's take a look at one more. Using the same plane with the same measurement, except this time I want to convert it into kilometers. So I'm going to circle my original, write it over 1, set up my second fraction, and I'm going to ask myself, how many meters can go into a kilometer? So in this case, I know 1,000 meters can go into 1 kilometer. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to multiply across. And so I'm going to get this as my new fraction, cross out like units. So I'm left with kilometers. Up here, I'm going to set up my division problem. My numerator is always in the denominator. Again, you also could move your decimal over since we are dividing by 1,000. If you do not know how to do that, you can simply divide. So in this case, my decimal stays the same. 1,000 cannot go into 739, and so I'm going to add a 0. And keep adding a 0, and you can see I'm going to keep getting the same numbers. And so my answer is going to be 0.0739 kilometers. What I want you to do is go ahead and take out your math notebook. We're going to set up our title, Convert Units of Length, and the example that we have is 33 feet equals blank inches. Once you have that copied down, continue to hit play. Alright, step 1, write the measurement as a numerator and write a 1 as a denominator. And so you can see I've done that here. Once you have this copied down, continue to hit play. Alright, step 2, write the new unit as a numerator for the next fraction. Write the original unit in the denominator. So I'm going to inches, and so you can see I've set up my second fraction to have inches at the top, feet at the bottom. Once you have this copied down, continue to hit play. Step 3, I need to fill in the conversions. So I need to ask myself how inches and feet are related, and I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot, and that's what I'm going to fill in. Once you have that copied down, continue to hit play. Okay, step 4, I'm going to cross out like units and then multiply across. And so feet are my like units, and that leaves me with inches, and then I'm going to go ahead and multiply across. And so 33 times 12, I'm going to solve for. And I get 396. So 396 over 1 is going to be the fraction that I have. And since inches has been left, I'm going to carry that over. Once you have that copied down, continue to hit play. Okay, and then step 5, I finally divide. In this case, since the denominator has a 1 in it, I don't actually have to divide. However, if I did not have a 1 in the denominator, then I do have to divide. And remember, when you're dividing, your numerator always goes in the house, and your denominator always goes on the outside. And so in this case, my answer would stay as 396, and that is my final answer. What you're going to do now is you are going to copy down this test prep question. You can see that they have provided a conversion chart for you for metric units of length. What I want you to do is copy this down, set up your equation, and select the answer. Once you have that done, continue to hit play. Okay, finally, I want you to copy down our essential question. How can you use ratio reasoning to convert from one unit of length to another? I want you to explain in your own words the step on how we set this up to solve. I look forward to discussing this with you in groups tomorrow.